Hey, welcome everyone. Wow, that is a serious. Thought I turned that all the way down. How's everybody today? I'm so excited to be here. If you're watching this, you're watching the replay. Please put hashtag replay, whether you are on my page or the Paint Pixie page. We are just so excited that you're here. My name is Jane, and my page is Jane Belante Art, and I'm also the brand ambassador and creative director for Paint Pixie. And I'm happy to be here. So please do let me know when you hop on. Oops. Excuse me. I can't shake this cold. It's ridiculous. Hey, Jill. Hey, Lisa. I love that you two are the first to say hi. See, I just cannot shake it. I can shake it. I'm going to change that frame of thought. I am shaking this ridiculous virus. So, where is my page over here? There we go. Let me bring me up. Turn me down. All right, 3 people watching. That's awesome. Hey, you guys, can you share this out? Hi, Diane. Diane's watching on YouTube. I am also on YouTube. Janet's here. Diane's in both places. I love that. Hi, Donna. Welcome. Hey, everybody. Okay, so I want to talk about art journaling because people are really afraid of it. And it honestly is the greatest place to see your own art grow. It's the best. It's the best, right? to quote Jill, it's the best. But it's also a place to kind of explore and figure out your art supplies. So it's really hard. These are so dirty and it's really hard for me to see. Priscilla's here. Awesome, you guys. I'd love it if you shared this out today. We want to tell everybody about the Paint Pixie Magical Chalk Paints and how awesome they are. So as I kind of, I guess I should I'm going to turn on my overhead. Hang on. Boop. So I think one thing that a lot of people are afraid of is the blank page. And it stops people cold in their tracks, whether it's a page, a canvas, whatever it is that you're working on. People are afraid to get started. I'm going to just look at the comments over here because I cannot read that far. Taking a break? Cindy, I'm so glad. Shared to groups and chat. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. Hey, Miss Maureen. When I have time to art journal, which is generally Sunday nights when I'm live in my art journaling club, but I like to just kind of take a deep breath and just get present with what I've already done in my journal. So sorry, that's going to be happening. I have a cough drop in, but it's kind of ridiculous. So I have pages that are, let me see if I can put this down a little bit more. I have pages that are not quite complete, like this one. I don't know if this one's complete yet. It's kind of cool, but see that? Woo! So I take a second and I page through and I just become present with where I am, right? Everything else just kind of falls to the wayside. And when I kind of flip through my journal, oh my goodness. Sorry. I did not turn my notifications off because no one ever calls me, and my mother-in-law just called. So sorry. But I flip through here and it's inspiring to look at my own journal to see what I've got in here. And then it makes me want to create, right? So I just kind of pop through. I definitely I really get present with it. Okay. Like I'm touching the texture. I'm really taking in the colors. And as I was kind of flipping through here this morning, I was noticing that I don't often use, even though there's some right here, but I don't often use a ton of green. And so to challenge myself as an artist, here's some green, but there's not a lot in this whole entire book, as well as purple. I think this is my only really purpley page, and this is sort of a work in progress too. But so to challenge myself, I will often choose paint colors, ink colors, whatever that I'm like, I don't often, that I don't grab. And so that helps me challenge myself. So hello, Miss Josie. I got to look over here. I can't even see. Oh, the blue page swoon. Hey, Joyce. Hi, Phyllis. So that's what I'm going to do today. I have a lot of different a lot of different things in here. Oops, that's coming up. That's a tutorial coming up for Stencil Girl. I'll just show it to you because I already did. But anyways, I'll come to a page. Now this is getting very thick on this side. And I like to take, I literally just had one. Here it is. I like to take these little clips and kind of clip this close because that just helps keep the page down when you're working on it. And I'll probably have to remove it, but yikes. So I have grabbed the key lime pie, the sour apple. I've grabbed colors that I don't use all the time, like yellows. I don't use yellows. I got nothing against them. I just don't really use them, right? So this is a challenge for me. And what I do is, so that was honeycomb. This one's lemon crinkle. And then I grabbed the figgy pudding. So I have a lot of colors here. Let's see if I can. And then what I do is I'll grab a tool. So what kind of tool am I going to work with? I don't know. I've got this right next to me. Yep, I do grab this all the time. But what I want to kind of show you is this one is, hold on, that has some stuff on it. Let me grab one that doesn't have stuff on it. Sorry, throat is driving me nuts. I want to show you how you can play with a tool and you can play with paint at the same time. So I just washed this, so it's a little bit wet. I was just kind of wiping it off. So I'm going to use just this wash brush. This is the Turquoise Iris Pro. By the way, my Paint Pixie link is pinned at the top. So if you want to get any of these, there are some sales going on right now. So take advantage of that. Last minute gift for yourself. Get a gift card. So I'm going to show you how many different marks that this can make. Right? I'm only going to use this tool. So, and this is exploratory, and I have zero attachment to what is going to happen in here. I don't care. This is not a masterpiece. This is my art journal where I'm playing and I'm learning. My brain is taking all of this in, right? So here I go. I don't know where to start, and don't let that stop you, right? I've got all these colors in front of me. Don't stare at them and go, which am I going to use? My light first, my dark first? Oh my gosh, I have no idea. Don't do that. Just grab and go. So I'm going to squirt some of the sour apple out. I have a mixed media book here, and I'm actually just going to spritz it. It feels a little dry in here. There's, as we all know, it's a 40 below zero and super windy outside, so the heat is going. It's very dry in here, so I'm just kind of spritzing my page, and I'm going to dunk into the sour apple, and I'm just going to go, see, that's not scary. Just make a mark, right? Just make a mark. It doesn't matter. See if I can move this over. I just got paint on my water bottle. What's new? I want you to be able to see the paint pile too. All right, so I am just going to take this brush, and I'm going to make some marks all over my page. I may keep squirting it. So right now it's kind of I'm smash brushing, right? That's the term. I am smash brushing it. Okay, I want you to just sit with your tools and just mess around with them and see what you can do. All right, so maybe I'll kind of do the same thing on this side. Now, you don't have to work in spreads like this. Each page can be an individual page. I kind of challenged myself to do a full spread on each one. This journal doesn't, there's a few pages that are singles, but for the most part, a piece of hair in there, sorry. For the most part, they're spreads. And so I love this green color so much, but like, you know, my brain right now is kind of fighting against this. It's saying, holy moly, this is bright, right? I like I don't know. I'm branching out, I feel like, but I do my favorite colors are more subdued. And again, this I love this color. It's beautiful. It's just not something I choose for me. Okay, so I've kind of exhausted that pile of paint. I have smash brushed. That's the new term all over this thing. And now I'm ready to add another. So just a quick little know your color wheel tip. I'm not going to take purple right now and go right on top of this green because the magical chalk paint does reactivate. And if I took purple and yellow or if I took purple and green, these would instantly turn into mud. Okay. So I'm not going to go any further on that right now, but know that your complementary colors and those right next to those colors on the color wheel will turn into mud. Okay. So I'm going to grab yellow. And I think to start with, I'm going to do lemon crinkle. And now I'm going to do some kind of a different mark. So now I've loaded my brush up like this. You see it? Let me put it in the actual camera. And maybe I'll just kind of bounce around and see what that does. So this lemon crinkle is going to reactivate the green. Okay, it's going to reactivate the sour apple because that's what the Paint Pixie Magical Chalk Paint does. So it's cool because you can mess around with your blending in here, right? As long as you're choosing colors that are, not complementary or next to those colors on the color wheel, you can sit and mess around and try to blend colors without turning it into mud. So I feel like this lemon crinkle is a little dull for this, so I'm going to add some honeycomb in a minute. Maureen, that is so funny. Oh my gosh. We need to invent a hat with a phone holder so we can watch and clean at the same time. That is such a good idea. It's so funny. Hi, Lindy. Hi, Sue. And Miss Marie, how are you? Joby, oh my goodness. Oh, what is the temp in Portland? I think it's -40 here with the wind chill. It's like -10. You need to learn the color wheel. Well, that is something that I teach inside of my art journaling club, which is open right now, and it's only open until Christmas. I have added a yearly pay option. If you are interested in that, you actually get 2 full months free. So I do have a link pinned to the top of these comments. If you're interested in checking that out, it is it's art. I teach art in there, okay? It all starts right here in this art journal, but it's $47 a month. If you're serious about your art and you want to learn and you want to change and you want to really kind of discover who you are as an artist and what your art looks like, that's what I specialize in, okay? I teach you to let go of attachment. I teach you to use your art supplies. I've been an artist for 30 years. And so I have a lot of tips, a lot of tricks, and I give it all to you. So, a lot of people say, oh my gosh, 47 is too high. You know what? It is a drop in the bucket for all of the art classes you would have to pay for and take that I actually teach you in this club. It all starts with the art journal, but we do so many different things in there. I'm teaching you studio basics and art journaling tips and tricks every Sunday night. If you can't be there, no big deal. Watch the replay. We do a project of the month where we get together on Zoom. It's so much fun. We just had a really fun one on Monday. I teach you jelly printing and and then we do an art journaling prompt together. But, all of it starts right here in the art journal, and then everything else is extra. You take what you learn here in this book right here, and you apply it to everything else, and you'll see your art change. If this is something that you really love to do, and you've always yearned to create better art, then my club is for you. It's that sort of exchange of, the 47 is an exchange, right? I'm teaching you everything I have, and you're only paying $47 a month. And if you want to do the full year, you get 2 months free. So anyways, the link to join that is pinned to the top of the comments. Okay, so I've got a bunch of different marks here from this same brush. So like I said, I don't think that lemon crinkle is quite bright enough for this green. So I'm going to take some honeycomb, and this is a nice, really, really luscious yellow. So let's see what else I can do with this brush. I can make little circles with it. And this paint it reactivates. So if I don't like this, I can just squirt some water on it, right? And I'm just playing. So I know what this brush does, right? Because I use it a million times a day, but this might be a new brush for you. And so maybe you want to see what it all does, right? That's what these pages are for. And then if you walk away not liking the results in here, who cares? Paint over it, put a piece of paper, decoupage a piece of paper over it. There are a lot of things you can do. I decided I didn't really like the circles. Maybe I'll keep a couple in. But it's all about learning. And your brain's going to tell you what it likes and what it doesn't like, right? No matter what anybody else says. And that's another point, too. Nobody can see your journal except for you, unless you show them, right? So you can lose that attachment to, oh my gosh, what are people going to think? This looks terrible, blah, 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 blah. All that negative stuff that we tell ourselves all the time. You lose that and just feel free to play. I have zero idea what this is going to become, if anything. Art journaling is so freeing. It is. Yeah, the club is awesome, Lindy. Thank you for saying that. Hi, Gwen. It is an amazing group. Cindy's in it. She's hi, Joan. It is. It's it's a really safe space too. It's a really safe space, which I think that we're all vulnerable, especially when we're showing our art. And you're putting it there in front of people, right? Everyone's biggest fear is the fear of being rejected, either that or the fear of failure. Those are the top two, right? And so I really feel like I help you lose all of that and just play. I use the term reckless abandon a lot, but that's what it is. You just let yourself go. It's kind of amazing. This is kind of fun, huh? It's a little nutty. And that's the thing for me is I'm like, it's so bright. These are not colors I would normally choose. So like I said, everything within me right now is like, this is too bright, right? But I'm letting that go. I'm going with it. I'm rolling with it. So all these different marks with one brush. And there's probably so many more. So you learn your brushes, right? And this is a wash brush. So like essentially you're supposed to buy it if you're really fancy and only use it to do washes, right? But that's not me. That's not my style. I use it for everything, right? I want to know exactly how I can manipulate it, like to make it do cool stuff, right? I've been definitely hooked lately doing a Bible art journaling group in person. Oh, that's fun. Kimberlyn says Lindy taught her that art journaling is so freeing. Yeah. It's really great. Okay, so now I'm going to dry this. And the reason I'm going to dry this is because I need to put a top coat on. I may still use the key lime. We'll see. I'm not going to quite put that over to the side. I'm going to dry this because I want to use the purple. And the magical chalk paint will reactivate with anything wet on top of it. If I can hang on to this thing properly, I'd get it dry. So if I were to go in with the figgy pudding right now, it's going to reactivate all these colors, and I am going to get a big, muddy, yucky mess on here. And that's not what I want, right? And again, if you don't know your color wheel, this journal is the best place to explore that. Just do it on your own. In the club, I have all these studio basic videos that go step by step and take you through exercises so you can get that tactile feeling of what goes together and what doesn't. And it's all in front of you. And then you can keep it in a book and you can refer back to it. It's really, really in depth. So I'm going to take the Meltdown. I really love the finish of the Meltdown, especially in my journal. I love the force field too, but in my journal and on smaller mixed media projects, I basically just use Meltdown. This one is wet. So I have just squirted some Meltdown in here. And I'm just going to coat this so that whatever I put on top of here is not going to reactivate my paint underneath. And then it also gives me a tooth for putting whatever else I want on here. Maybe I want transfers, maybe I want papers, maybe. There's a million different things you can do, right? So again, I'm leaving that open. I have no attachment to outcome. And let me tell you too, like, you know, for those of you who follow me on YouTube, or watch me often, or are in my classes, or do my, you know, the book of the month or the project of the month, whatever. When I'm creating those things, I have no idea what I'm going to create for those classes. For YouTube, like today, I just did a video on showing you how to create this. I had no idea. I grabbed a couple of supplies and then I just played and got a cool result, right? So why can I do that? Well, one, I've been doing this for 30 years, but two, it's because I art journal. Your brain remembers stuff, right? It remembers what goes together, what doesn't. And you too will just, you know, it's easy to pick up products and go, all right. You know, that's why people will say, like in the mixed media mystery box challenge, people will be like, oh my gosh, I don't know how you do that. Well, you know what? That's kind of what I do all the time, except I have zero idea what's going to be in the package, right? But I'm confident I can take care of that and get that done because I art journal. Okay, cool. So what are you thinking about this magical chalk paint? It's pretty fun. It's very vibrant. The pigments are amazing. And they blend together really well. So those are the main things that I love about the paint. You love what I made on YouTube today? Thank you so much. Gwen, Mod Podge, I'm so sorry. You're going to get so mad at me, but I'm really sorry. That's a dirty word in my book. I don't use it. It yellows. It's not archival. I use all fine art products and I use archival products. The Paint Pixie Meltdown is actually one of their 2 top coats for the paint. And it has a wax-like finish without all of the work of wax. And if you have ever painted furniture, that'll make more sense to you. But I love the finish of it. I love the finish of it in here. You can use it to decoupage. I feel like I have a halos in my head. And I use it on a lot of my mixed media just to coat my paint, right? And now it's got a nice little tooth here. It's great. So I'm going to grab some figgy pudding. I am, and I think I'm going to go hog wild here. And I'm going to use it on some stamps. Sorry, I'm chewing my cough drop. I think if I didn't have my cough drop, I wouldn't even be able to, like, I'd be clearing my throat every 3 seconds. So let's grab, let's see, I actually want, don't judge me. I have a lot of stamps, okay? I have a lot of stamps. I do. I'm going to grab this pile of stamps here. These are all pretty fun. I am absolutely always attracted to tree shapes. So that could be cool in here. So let's do that. Let's see what happens here. So I grabbed my baby little gel plate because I'm actually going to use that as a sort of a palette to brayer on my paint onto the stamp. So I got to roll up my sleeves for this, which is kind of hard because it's freezing in here. I'm above the garage. You know, we don't We don't heat our garage. I think it's probably when it's not 40 below out, it's probably 40 degrees in there, right, in the winter. But got a little chunk on there. All right, so I'm going to brayer this onto my stamp. This is the figgy pudding. This is when I realize that I have way too much stuff on my desk right now, and I don't have enough room for all of the things that I am doing. All right, let's just start in like a, I don't know, random spot here. So we know that purple and yellow are complementary colors, right? So they pop. Ooh, that looks way cool. I hope you can see that. So they pop when on top of each other, but you can't blend them together. Good, you can see it. Another way I can use this is I can stamp my stamp right into it. Cool mark on there. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Maybe we'll pull a little print from it. Why do you do this? There, I said this the other day. There is, hi. There's a new thing. I got an update for my MacBook, and there's a new thing that will connect my phone. It says your phone is connected, and it makes a little bell ringing noise, and that's what it just did, and it turned my camera off. I don't know how to change that. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get a partial print here. That's fun. How about we do a little baby one here? I'm just going to kind of keep it, it's kind of off camera, but I'm going to just kind of keep dunking this in here. Move that. Ah! Sorry, I hit the camera. Okay, well, that's kind of fun. So while I'm here, I'm just going to do a little print off of this. We'll let that dry. We'll pull that in a little while after it's totally dry. Just see what it does. Okay, so here I am. Now, this is a place where a lot of people get stuck. What time is it? Cat hair on my tongue. This is a place where a lot of people get stuck because now they've got, okay, so now I've got branches. I don't know where to go next, right? And that can paralyze you. I just want to roll my brayer off here real quick. And we don't want to get paralyzed because that is the part that you need to push past in order to figure out like who you are as an artist, right? In order to figure out like the things, like it's okay to make a mistake. If I put something else on here right now and I'm like, oh, that looks terrible, you can paint over it. You can paint this same thing again if you're liking it, right? Why not? Let me put these in the water. So the main thing here is I've got two differences, right? I've got the background, which is an entity, and then another difference on top, which is these branch sort of looking things, right? And so I need to now put another difference on here that isn't paint. It needs to be something completely different. So I've got, it's driving me crazy, you guys. I wonder how I turn that off. There's my head again. Hi. Are you hearing the ringing when it does that? Boy, is that annoying. Hey, Connie, welcome. Hi, Penny. Okay, just making sure I didn't miss any comments. So I actually think I'm going to put in some paper, but I have this fun little stencil that I was using the other day, and this might be kind of fun too. So maybe I'll use, I know what I'm going to use. This isn't going to be paint. I'm going to get my little clip on here so this sits a little bit flatter. I'm going to use some fiber paste. So this is actually, it's like marshmallow fluff. Please tell me I have an applicator in here somewhere. My favorite applicator anyway. I don't want to have to run to the kitchen. Here, run. All right, so I love this 1-inch spatula to put this on. So this fiber paste is from Pentart. My friend Lori sells it. Lori Goshi. She's bohobevyboutique.com. I think maybe I'll do both of these birds. Holy moly, that wind, you guys, is whipping. Just whipping. I'm pretty grateful that we have electricity right now. It is nuts out there. So I'm just putting this on in a nice even layer, and then I'm using my spatula to sort of pick up what's left around it because you don't want to waste this stuff, right? Paying good money for this stuff. You don't want to waste it. I'm going to fill this tail in when I have less on my spatula. So let me just kind of, and you can kind of mess around with this too. So say you're learning how to use fiber paste, right? This is the place to do it. You can figure out how thick and how thin it goes on. Sometimes it looks cool if you have a combination of thick and thin, right? Gives you a more worn look. Oh, thanks, Jill. Oh, sorry. I don't have enough room to have this whole thing in here with this upper camera. The upper camera only lets me go vertical. I can't go horizontal. So sorry about that, but I realized I had it a little bit too, the book was too far up. So these are the things that I teach you in my art journaling club. It's open until Christmas Day. Well, I guess Christmas evening. 11:59 p.m. Central Time. I added an option to pay yearly, and if you do that, you get 2 months free. So, if you're really super committed to your art, that's a really amazing deal to use, to take advantage of. Cute. So this guy's got to get in here now. I think he might want to be around here-ish. This fiber paste will come off your stencils. I'm really guilty of just letting it dry on there. But that's fine. I can just put this in the sink and soak it for a little while, and this paste will come off. So if you're horrible with your stencils like I am, it'll be all right. So just something to keep in mind, the fiber paste would reactivate the magical chalk paint too. So it's really a good idea to, if you're using that in your journal or on anything, to be frank, it's a really good idea to top coat it. Now, I could have used a number of things. I could have just used soft gel, the decoupage gel. I could have used matte medium. I could have used the force field. But I chose the meltdown. I like the finish. There goes my camera. What in the world? I have no idea what's doing that. I wonder if like from the wind. It's so weird. Yikes. Those birds and their long legs, I know. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He's so cute. I got a little paste over here. Okay, so you can dry this paste with your heat tool. So that's my next step. That right in there. Let me just cover this quick. This is kind of fun. I'm liking this. I'm going to do low heat because I don't want to, this will bubble up. You'll see it, it'll like grow. I don't want to do that. I just want to dry it. The wind is whipping between the house too. So far, you have power. Your Christmas decorations are still in place outside. You mean? Oh my gosh, Joan. That's nuts. It's wild out there right now. The poor dog. She didn't want to go outside this morning. She's like, what? Let me in. She's scratching at the door. I'm like, go potty. Just go. Do it so fast. You're not coming back in until that's taken care of. Sorry. When it's tough to be a pet, right? So I'm going to put the stencil back on and add more to this, to these. So I just want to make sure they're super duper dry. Dry. Wind is howling in Georgia. Yeah, it's nutty. Oh my gosh, really? We only got about 3 inches of snow, so I feel like we're really lucky. I know people are talking about like 2 and 3 feet. So I'm feeling pretty lucky. All right, what time is it? Oh, we got plenty of time. Awesome. Okay. Pull off with this fiber paste. Sometimes you get a little couple of peaks. You just pull them right off. Let's make sure this is dry. All right, I think I will use, what will I use? Definitely want to put paint on top of these and then I can add to it from there. Maybe the figgy pudding again. Let me find my little friends here. Ugh, guys, it's such a mess up here. It's because I'm always doing so many projects at the same time. Or one right after the other, you know. This is still, you know what? This is still a touch. Where's my water bottle? I actually am going to take. I'm just going to get, I left quite a bit of fiber paste on here. Just needed to scrape that up real quick. Now I'm just squirting this with water. I'm just going to take my paper towel and just wipe it real quick because I don't want to get, the fiber paste will tint your paint. So I don't want to get a whole bunch of this white fiber paste in with the figgy pudding because it will be a pastel rather than the nice bright figgy pudding that I want. Oh yeah, Joan, that would be cute. Yeah, Maureen, she's saying she hopes everybody stays safe. I know, it's nuts. Watching me on YouTube in one room and Facebook on the other. That's so awesome. Thank you so much. I love that. You know, a lot of people can put the YouTubes right on their TV. So I know a lot of people like to watch YouTube over Facebook. Now I've really got it. Now I've really started something here. All this old black paint is coming off. Ooh, you're a mess. Yikes. Okay. This is a Stencil Girl stencil, by the way. If you go there, you'll get lost for hours because they have so many amazing stencils. If you do purchase something, please tell them that I sent you. I am actually on the creative team for Stencil Girl. I love them. I love all of their stencils. I have a tutorial coming out in January. I can't remember the date, but I'll let you all know about it. Sorry, I created a monster over here. All right, that should be good. That yucky thing over there. So I think I'm just going to use, a makeup sponge to put this on. So I'm just loading my makeup sponge up with the figgy pudding. And I usually go in with less paint and then I come back and add more. So I don't overdo it. Just move my stencil. That's all right. It's 3-dimensional, so it'll be okay. So I hope some of you will consider joining my club. I love to teach. It's really, I feel like, part of why I'm on this planet. It's what I do. Oh my gosh, the wind is just nuts. Can you guys hear that? I'm sure you all have it all going on at your places too, but it is just really crazy. I got a little overzealous here. I'm just going to take my finger and scrape that up. It doesn't even matter, right? It does not matter. Maybe I'll put little, I just want to get that out of there so I don't dunk my whole book in this purple. This camera maintenance is hard, y'all. So it isn't like if you don't put your stencil on perfectly on top, it's not a big deal. This is your art journal, right? You're playing in here. Echo was driving me crazy. Echo issues today, camera issues today. What in the world? I'm just excited that I get to play. That's so fun. Don't you think it's so fun? Oh my goodness. I put too much paint out here. You hate it when the counters disappear. We just turned from rain to snow. You're in all day creating. That's awesome. Yeah, it's nasty. I actually need to go to the store, but I am considering having Mike just do it on his way home from work because he's already out. Excuse me, right? All right, I had to put that back in. Or, you know what I could do? I could do grocery delivery. Oh my goodness. I think I'm onto something here. Then Mike won't get mad at me. I'll pay the $10. I'm okay with that. $10 plus tip, right? cute. I'm going to take a little meltdown on top of these now because I think I might use the key lime pie to stamp something or stencil something on top of these. So I don't want those colors to blend, whatever that was. So I'm going to top coat them. Thinking I might want to throw some paper in this, and I likely will not finish this page, but hey, the title said how to start an original page, right? It didn't say start to finish. It did not. But I hope you're getting the idea of how letting go all of that attachment to outcome is just so freeing. It's the best place that you want to be, right? It lets you be super present. And all that stuff that's going on in your mind, all the blah, blah, blah work and my mom and la, 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 all that goes away. And la, la, la. But it's so true. Thanks, Marie. Hey, Miss Susan. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So glad you're here. I hope that you give me a follow. I have been a mixed media artist for 30 years. I love to create and I love to teach. I mean, that's not bad, huh? Let me see what other stamps I have over here. I've been obsessed with these lately. These big. That one to fall off. And it fell off anyways, but these are so fun. I'm just wondering if it's going to overwhelm it, but I really have been obsessed with these. I don't know why, I just think they're really cool. I don't know about that. I think that might be a little nutty. You know, I'm always looking at balance and then I'm looking at differences. I honestly think I need to put some papers in here. That's what I feel it needs to come next. I kind of want to do something. Oh, should we pull that? Maybe we can use that. Oh, that might be cool. I have entirely too much stuff in front of me. Entirely too much. Oh, my goodness. You can go back over here. All right, so we did that. We used my gel plate as a palette for the figgy pudding to put on my tree stamp here. And so I thought, well, I'm just going to throw a tissue on there and pull a print with the leftover. That's pretty cool, actually. That's pretty neat. And, you know, a lot of times just the outcome is just marks, and that's what you're looking for. So let's use this. I'm going to grab one of my Paint Pixie mermaid pens. These are water brushes, watercolor brushes. Up. And I'm going to just make sure that's all the way on. I'm just going to squeeze a little bit. Get some water to come out. I'm going to put a piece right here. And what I love about using tissues too is that the white part of the tissue sinks in to your page. So I will demonstrate that in 2 seconds when I can get this thing cut out. I can't really see where I put my lines, so I'm in trouble here. Excuse me. You joined the upcoming mixed media class? Barb, seriously. I'm just texting her. Sorry, she keeps trying to call me. I mean, seriously, Mike has texted me. Mom wants you to call her. Okay. We're going to be okay, everyone. We're going to be okay. Sorry, I just undid this. And these twist backwards, so it always throws me off. Okay, let's grab our meltdown. This is cool. This is a neat piece. See, and that's a difference, right? It's the same print. It looks kind of messy, same color, but it's a total difference. So let's grab some meltdown. And I'm going to saturate this thing because I want it to assimilate into the background. So I'm going to get my background. And remember, I already have meltdown on here, so it's not going to sink in right away, which gives me a little bit more time to work with it. And see how I'm saturating it? And I'm doing that because I want the tissue to get really, really wet so that the color behind shows through. So I'm going to put this right in front of my face here for a minute. You see that? See how that yellow and green is showing through? I mean, I don't know about you, but I think that's super pretty. So let's add another area here. I really like the marks on this. They're very cool. Sorry, it's right in my face. Yep, regular tissue. Isn't it fun? I'm not even using the water pen. I made for this edge here. All right, let me get that out of my face. I'm going to hit my head on that. Did I put the pen away? I did. Did I? Yes. Welcome to my world, y'all. It's a little spazzy, but I get it done. I get it done. Dropping stuff on the floor. So what I'm considering right now is balance. So I've got, something pretty dark right here. Gonna need another piece down here. And remember, I'm nowhere near being done with this. And this doesn't even have to be anything. This is showing me how to put shapes together. It's showing me how to put differences with the same color together, right? It's, I think right here is probably good. And it can all be changed. So if you don't like what you're doing, it's okay. Continue on with it and push past that feeling of, oh gosh, I don't like this at all. Push past that. And sometimes pushing past it means you have to walk away. And maybe you won't pick it up for weeks. Maybe you won't pick it up for months, right? But when you do pick it up, it means your brain is ready and you're ready to make a move. And too, a lot of times when you're stuck, just making a change, using a different tool, a piece of paper, a brayer, just using something different will help you push past these, supposed blocks that we imply upon ourselves. So now I feel like I have a lot of purple on here. And so probably, what time is it? I'm getting close to where I need to take a break, but probably my next move will be to add maybe text, maybe transfers. I definitely need another something in here to balance this out. Purple is now taking over. I like it because it's kind of popping off the page, especially the birds. But I think this is a pretty decent place to stop. So let me just dry this quick. So does anybody have any questions? Oh, sorry to hear that, Ruth. I guess a jelly plate is on your list. Yeah. Thank you, Sue. A masterpiece. Yeah. A masterpiece in my art journal. But this is what it's all about, you guys. And I'd love to get the chance to meet you and help you develop your art. I hope that you'll consider joining the club, even if you just come in for 1 month. But listen, what I want to say to you is this: your art is not going to change if you join the club and do nothing. If you just watch, your art isn't going to change, right? If you join the club and then you message me a month later going, this club is not doing anything for me, that's on you. Okay, that's on you. You need to take this information and run with it. You need to get in your art journal and start playing. You need to come to the project of the month classes and mess around with us. Come to the art journaling prompt Zoom calls, watch all of the Studio Basic lives. Take this information and don't overwhelm yourself. Just do it little at a time, right? Go watch something and then you need to implement that right away. Right. So say you go watch a Studio Basics about the color wheel. You need to do that. You need to do those things that I'm telling you to do, right? So that your brain actually remembers this and you'll see a difference in your art. I swear you will. I swear you will. And the people that are in the club would agree with me, I think. So I so appreciate you being here. I hope everybody has a really wonderful Christmas. Actually, I'm going to say that to you tomorrow morning because Jill and I are going live on my page tomorrow morning at, I think, 10 a.m. So during all of your cooking and festivities, whatever, put on that hat with your phone that, who said that? I can't remember who said that, but, and give us a watch. So you really like the colors of green and yellow blended together. Oh, thanks so much. Thank you. That was wonderful. This is so much fun. Oh, thank you. Oh, Sylvia, thank you so much. You bought your granddaughter a jelly plate stencils and a roller for Christmas. Oh, that's super exciting. Yeah. 10 Central, right? Yep. So, okay. So this isn't done, but that's okay because I have so many pages in here that aren't done. This is coming as a tutorial for you in January with Stencil Girl. But you see how different all of my pages are, right? It gives me the freedom to explore, and I want to teach you how to do that too. So again, we'll see you Saturday morning with Jill right here on my page, Jane Galante Art, and make sure that you're following the Paint Pixie page. We have so many amazing artists. I'm just going to pull this closer that are on there. Generally, we have somebody on there daily. This week and next week, it'll be iffy, because it's the holidays, but make sure you're following Paint Pixie. You'll learn a whole lot over there. So, all right, y'all, I'm going to see you tomorrow morning. If you have time, pop on. If not, watch the replay. And thanks so much for being here.